Every day your parents are feeding you balls?
Should be just like that.
Oh my god.
Not that big of a deal. And it will be a little stringy. That's why it's...
That shit is so disgusting. That shit is so disgusting. TikTok food at its worst.
TikTok food is out of control.
What the fuck is that? Disgusting. Why is he eating that?
If you've seen any of my previous videos on a guy called King Cobra JFS, then you'll know that we here have developed a strong stomach when it comes to nasty foods presented online. But every time I step foot in the cesspool that is TikTok, I find myself surprised. And when I came across a video of a man
What is that?
with nothing but hotel appliances, I knew I had something for y'all. Today, I have gathered 3 culinary geniuses from around the platform of TikTok, each with their own different style of grotesque food. But the most unique among these is our first subject, Barfly. Barfly was the inspiration behind this whole video. His page consists of nothing but him cooking disgusting foods. The majority of these foods being cooked solely out of rented hotel rooms. Now I'm sure many of you are asking, how does he do this? There are usually no stoves in hotel rooms. Well, I would wager a pretty sizable amount that our boy Barfly has been to prison. Most of these devices that he's using are custom made for these purposes. Most recognizable amongst all of these implements is a device called a stinger, a rod of metal that heats up when it's plugged in. People in jail will use these to make candies, soups, many different things.
So weird.
Barfly doesn't
They be making that shit different.
stinger. He's also got this sort of griddle device. From what I can gather, he popped the metal part of a griddle off, just leaving the heating element and plug. And he uses this heating element to cook the majority of his foods. Either that or he puts it in a pillowcase.
Yo, jail people be different, bro. They be different. I don't even know how you like that's crazy.
Do the work. With the levels of ingenuity that he displays cooking these foods, there is no way that he hasn't done time. Now, everything I've talked about so far doesn't necessarily equate to a gross meal. It's the sanitary conditions that really churn your stomach. I have seen
what the fuck?
His chicken nuggets in a hotel waste basket. I've seen Barfly make soup simply by plugging the drain and cooking. But when I come to think of the worst Barfly, it has to be the meatballs.
Yeah, that looks disgusting. It's the fact that he's making it in a bathroom sink. Like, if he just did it in a pan, it wouldn't be so bad. Why do you heat up the onions before putting them in? Oh, he's using sink water to boil his fucking meatball. They are gray. They're literally gray. They look like little fucking, like, dust balls. Why did he put... What's that red? Why is it so red? Ugh. I wouldn't eat that shit if that was the last thing on earth, bro. That's disgusting.
Alone is commendable from Barfly. The videos are made with high quality edits and they take some effort. And he's also got the courage to eat every single one of these concoctions. Our boy Barfly will...
I'm sure he ate that shit in jail.
Pull a hair halfway out of his throat before. And of course, as I'm sure many of you have been able to pick up on, this is all satire on his part. But what...
Yeah, he does not have to make it this color.
Barfly eats each and every one of these. I would also like to bring...
That's so disgusting.
This man seems to have some kind of culinary experience. The way that he cooks some of these items and prepares them, even though he's just using his pocket knife, give me the vibes that this guy was at least some kind of cook at some point in his life. He's shown a lot of ingenuity with his homemade tools for these hotel cooking videos, and the edits alone show that he's passionate about making them. Godspeed, Barfly. You got a hell of a gut biome. The next subject I want to cover in this video is someone that I'm sure many of you know already, being one of the godfathers of disgusting TikTok food. I'm of course referring to the one, the
oh my god, Hood Meals is so bad.
Concept as well.
He got better though. He started making videos about I think I saw an update on him. He doesn't do the hood ones anymore. I think he just cooks like regular meals now because he got out of that badass looking area. So he got his clout. He got the people who genuinely like him, and the people who genuinely like him are gonna keep on fucking with him.
Foods trap house style.
Yeah, he gonna put the plastic. Oh my god, I thought he was about to put the plastic in there with it.
The conditions are abysmal, and so is the
literally
state of his air fryer, which he uses.
You know it's down bad if you got the sticker still on the fucking air fryer, my nigga. What?
The conditions
take that shit off. You do not have to leave that. There's no need for that's just ghetto for no reason.
Is the state of his
and is right next to the sink. That bitch falls in the sink. It's blowing up, bro. Or shorting at least. Oh my. And he makes everything on that dirty ass table. That bitch never been 100% clean ever. The shit he makes looks pretty decent though. He never cleans the air fryer. Oh my god, he put it on top of the fucking fry. Oh my god, that's so disgusting. 2 nasty buns, some Great Value ketchup, Great Value mustard, pickles. You fucking ruined it with the pickles. Homeboy did not need to. What? You can air fry burgers? I didn't even know that. I just wasn't thinking about it while he was doing it.
Food that draws you to.
That's crazy. I didn't know you could air fry burgers. That's the point of a air fryer, was to make things like really crispy. How the fuck can you just cook anything in an air fryer? I get it's hot and it's warm in there, but like, doesn't that cook it differently? In some way or fashion?
Diabetic toe. It looks like
that's
an
disgusting.
Leg. And with the amount that he shows it on his TikTok page,
it's nasty.
Proud of it. The only thing that he holds in such high regard as his toe is his very long thumbnails. I saw him crack one on a TikTok and I thought he was going to break down into tears. I don't know the significance behind them, but he seems to love them like his children.
Ugh.
If you ever want to learn how to
cook, how can you have that nail that long?
Like a pro, I think Hood Meals is the best source. He's the one that taught me you're supposed to keep fries in your air fryer to preserve the flavor. Nor would I know how to make sandwiches without bread.
How the fuck do you make a sandwich without bread? What? Oh my god, that is so down bad. The amount of crust on that fucking thing. He's probably eaten so much like dirt. Well, we never actually see videos of him eating the stuff he cooks, so he honestly might just throw that shit away right after like he's done doing it. I think he does, honestly. Anybody who eat that shit is crazy. That's crazy disgusting. I mean, look at his house, bro. Ugh. What the hell are crunch bars? What the fuck? Oh my god. What is that? And why are you cooking it? It wasn't even in the fridge. Is that a chocolate?
Needless
what?
Has a very interesting
he just put meat in with his food?
Not only has he continued Hood food,
I mean, meat in with his chocolate?
The new series where he's renovating the trap house he cooks out of. Who knows? In a couple
of
exactly. Now, that place could be spotless.
It's gonna be spotless. He cleaned it.
He's gonna cook exactly the same way. The saying really rings true. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
What in the actual fuck did he just make?
Interesting TikTok pages. I will have them linked in the description below. From what I can tell, they seem like a couple of stand-up guys who just enjoy making gross foods on TikTok. And they actually eat them, so I have mad respect for that as well. It is the third subject of the video that has me confused as to how I should feel towards him. I don't know if I should compliment this man's resilience or shame him for the assault on my eyeballs. I'm of course talking about the one and only Butter Dog.
You're not Italian if you've never had fettuccine.
What the fuck is that?
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
I use these nuts. And today I'm going to show you the traditional Italian recipe that I grew up eating.
What the
every
fuck?
day as a young kiddo.
It's not even cooked.
Alfredo.
Didn't even warm it up.
Sack of nuts. You should have around 10.
Who's nuts?
At all times in your fridge, and then you're just going to dump them in your sink.
Bro.
Guys.
Is that what our testicles look like? Whose testicles did he take?
And don't let too many fall down the drain, but that can usually be a pretty big hassle.
Oh my god, that looks so fucking nasty.
Single day. And then
Every day? Every day your parents are feeding you balls?
It should be just like that.
Oh my god.
Not that big of a deal. And it will be a little stringy. That's why it's...
That shit is so disgusting. That shit is so disgusting.
Let me know how you love this delicious Italian.
It looks so like
Make sure you follow
gooey, like, oh, what the fuck?
You may have seen Butter Dog go viral about a year back for eating what he calls a testicle butter dog.
A fucking... No way, no way, no way. Eating butter by itself alone is disgusting. But now you're eating it between two pieces of fucking... It looks like raw meat. Raw fucking testicles.
Need to try this. Raw testicle with a little sliver of butter on.
That is so disgusting.
There's seriously nothing.
There's no way.
This is going to give you all
There's just no way.
molecules to get you bucked up, and the healthy fats support your brain.
Healthy fat's my dick. Butter's not good for you.
Snack.
Ugh, that's not a snack, bro. That's the nastiest glizzy in the entire world. It's a fucking butter glizzy. It's a butter glizzy. It's a ball butter glizzy. That's what it is. It's a ball gutter. It's a ball butter glizzy. That's the name of that bitch. That's disgusting.
Back in those days, he claimed to only be subsisting on a diet of raw bull testicle. For a good while, people believed it. His deathly ill appearance, mixed with
Probably
his
spits that shit out right after.
attitude about the whole situation, had quite a few people fooled. In my opinion, this was all part of the Liver King.
Like Liver King.
Liver King conned thousands of people into
got
these organs.
millions off that shit.
Usually does.
Millions.
The dog saw the wave.
That's how he got a Rolex.
To ride it. Eventually, everybody came to their senses, and everybody
Has
realized
millions.
that this was all satire.
And he has a gold watch too. See, these niggas getting millions off pretending to eat this nasty shit.
Videos. What's not satire?
I mean, they might have actually ate, one little piece, but
that Butter Dog consumed.
nah, I doubt it. Honestly, I think they just barely chew on it and spit it out.
A 5-gallon bucket full.
Even if they do eat it, is it worth the meal? Would I eat testicles for a meal? Yeah, give me the balls, bro. Give me the balls. I'm eating that shit up. I'm fucking that shit up for a meal.
Eat one entirely. I've seen him eat a good bit of one. And sometimes you will see him truly fighting the disgust. But it doesn't just stop at Rocky Mountain oysters. There are very
what is that?
That he will not eat. I've seen him pop lamb's
that
eyes
an udder?
in his mouth like they're pieces of chewing gum. Don't
lamb's eye?
There are some cultures that can
oh my god, that is so fucking disgusting. I could never imagine eating an eye. I can't. I couldn't. That's so nasty.
In a tasty way. But Butter Dog is just some guy eating all of these things raw.
This is the full
raw. That's the hardest part.
3 weeks. We first started off our day with 2 pounds of raw ground beef. I made some little sandwiches.
Ew.
Easier to eat. My stomach was bubbling from these.
Nah, he definitely spit that shit out.
So we had 3 pounds.
There's no way. He spit that shit out.
But we ended up only eating
okay, if you're eating 3 pounds of American cheese, you're getting constipated. There's no possible way. There's no way. I don't care. Dairy is not supposed to be eaten at that level. You're only supposed to be eating a little bit of dairy. It's not even good for you, realistically. But that amount of cheese, you're out of your fucking mind.
And yes, usually I'd have no bev with these challenges, but I had to have a bev there. Then I had some donuts and testes, except no donuts, and I had...
Ew.
I was gonna go donuts.
There's no way he ate that shit.
With every testy, but
He edited it, so
it just tasted so much better.
he edited it. There's no way.
But I didn't because I'm a beast and I'm built different. So that's what I had for lunch, and then right after that, we had some raw liver to wash.
There's no way. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it makes it look like it's fast forwarded. There are cuts that we just can't see because it's in like 2 times.
A little bit into the consequences of eating raw meat, and I gotta say, it's safer than I thought. Mostly you're
it doesn't
for salmonella and parasites, but other than that, it's not gonna strike you down like I thought it would. Unlike
I mean, that shit will still like fuck you up. Salmonella will fuck you up, but usually you can only get that from like chicken and turkey. For the part. I mean, you can get it from other stuff, but it's more rare.
Who puts himself
you can technically eat raw steak.
Risk with some of these creations that he's making.
What in the fuck?
Dirtiest place in a hotel room is the bathroom. The
Literally.
first one is actually the remote control, and Barfley is just slapping raw meat down onto the countertop.
Ugh.
Macaroni in the sink and making his...
Oh my god.
Now, I know we just saw a man eat a veritable banquet of raw meats, but in my opinion, Barfley...
The bathroom is worse.
Every time.
Honestly, the bathroom is worse. I'd rather eat testicles than eat some food that came off a bathroom sink. Or like a hotel bathroom. I don't know how well they clean that shit. They might not clean it at all. If it looks clean, it's clean. Nah, it's cap.
Has no fear. And honestly,
That's
none
disgusting.
of these guys do. That's why I figured they'd make a great video all together. Though their styles of TikTok cooking are all very different, they still fall under the category of gross.
Ugh, oh my god.
I know I usually cover people who have committed some pretty heinous stuff here on the channel, so I just want to make it very clear none of these guys have any dirt on them from what I could tell. They're all just TikTok content creators doing their thing, despite how disgusting the food is. Every single one of the people who I mentioned here in this video today will have their TikTok pages linked in the description below. Big shout out to Buttadog, Barfley, and Hood Meals. Go give them a look.
Buttadog.
And a big thank you to you guys for making...
Alright. He makes his thank you too long. Like, when the video's over, the video's over.